Hello, my name's Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Palembang. In the previous episode, we finally managed to clear out the remaining coastline of Australia, and the Portuguese Australia is no more, because they got thrown out from New Zealand as well, thanks to the natives, which we might still do a bit of a vassalization war over here at some point. They got some... Oh, they got... Right, yeah, they got a tributary over here. Ah, well, that could be interesting. So we probably are going to be vassalizing them at some point, and then let them conquer all of that. I don't know if we can actually let them form New Zealand as well or not. That's beside the point, I suppose, in the long run, though. But yeah, so we did manage to defeat that. We did also start building a bit of courthouse. I'm going to start building more, because I've kind of come to the conclusion that we need to start reducing our governing capacity drastically, because we're so much over there, and that increased the advisor cost by 46%. Among other things, of course, but that is pretty bad. So we need to reduce those costs there drastically. Which does mean that some of the loan payments are going to take a bit longer, but that's alright. We are making at least a decent bit of money now. I suppose as the devastation gets less and less on the areas that we conquered, which admittedly is going to take a while before there's any meaningful dent done to that. But, you know, it's still getting better slowly. Now, any more raiding that we could do? There is the... Right. Vijayanagar, we could go ahead and take this fleet. Get down here. I suppose we'll keep this open so we can see how far we can reach, but it should be just these two sea provinces. And actually, we can also go there. Ooh, election. We'll keep the current ruler. Get even more points. There we go. So let's raid that 79 ducats. And also go ahead and raid this. We don't get a full amount over here, but we get 78% of it, so it's not too bad. And then that's another 64 ducats. Right, let's get these back to the island. There's also a little bit more areas over here that we could quickly raid. Like over here, we can get another 10 ducats from Langfang. And I think this one's going to be able to... Yeah, there we go. We can raid another, well, 5 ducats from there. Another 5 ducats from here. Nothing massive, but it does still help with the total income. And we did get the extra troops that we got from our former vassal. We'll get another self-artillery over here just to be safe, on the safe side. Oh, right, and we also wanted to get some more artillery over here, didn't we? That is going to take us a bit... Well, not over our force limit, but it's going to start costing us a lot more, of course, maintaining this army. But now that we've got all the cores underway, at least, we are still so much over our governing capacity. We're almost 50% over our governing capacity, essentially. And since we don't have any of the estates, we can't get any more through that. Oh, we... okay, we'll probably just get another Buccaneer then. Get the admin points. And I think we'll actually go... Oh, Righteous. Well, actually, quite nice. I wonder, I mean, we could go for the Missionary Strength. Let's actually have a look. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things to convert still. So we'll go with the Missionary Strength, the Guard Right, no, Vishnu, so that we can convert places a lot faster. Oh. Higher Seeking Allegiance. But 5 years, 20% privateer efficiency. I like the sound of that. Because we got so much privateers already, we can get even more money out of that. It's currently almost 12 ducats. Oh, 12 and a half ducats now. There we go. That's another core done. So Tasmania is slowly getting cored. I mean, there's not much in here, mind you. Is there a reason why there's nothing? I suppose decent uprising. Pretty high autonomy. No unrest, though. But there's basically no tax or whatnot. Was non-accepted culture. Intolerance? Right, so I guess we need to convert these provinces before we can really get anything out of them. And the Buccaneers also reduces a little bit of the, at least the tax income. And of course there's the local autonomy, another 90%, so yeah. It's basically nothing that we can get from those. Oh, alright, Katapang, we got another revolt. It's almost done that colony though. That's at least good. I suppose after that we might want to start focusing on... Well, we could still try to clear out a few more places up here, or try to make sure that the natives moving around here are less of an issue, I guess. Or we could go... Oh, is that... No, they still got these 2 provinces only. Okay. I could potentially either start expanding over here somewhere. Maybe actually in Sulawesi, if we can get a little bit more extension over here. Is there a... Actually, the best practice would probably be having a look around if there's any more natural harbors or whatnot that we could colonize into. But I think those have already been taken. Yeah, definitely looks like it. Oh, there we go. The fleet actually managed to combine. And we can get another 12 ducats from a bit of raiding. So we're actually losing a bit of money now. Is that because the... Well, yeah, the army maintenance did go up quite a bit. Also, the inflation is fairly high. We'll be able to get the Diplotech very shortly. That's going to give a bit more trade efficiency, although trade is not really that much of our income. It's only a tiny fraction. Although if we factor trade and the spoils of war together, then we're getting about, you know, 16 ducats. 16 and a half or so, somewhere thereabouts. Which is a bit more, is about a quarter of our total income, I guess. Or a bit more than that. Oh, Kilwa announced me his arrival. I wonder why. So how much would it still cost us to... Oh, it's 1900 ducats now for embracing global trade. I suppose we have increased the... or the autonomy is reducing in a lot of places. It is at least spreading. It hasn't spread to our capital yet. I'm going to go and get that infantry combat ability. And then we'll save up for the next mill tech. But that way, that's going to give us a bit of time for the admin tech to catch up. And I guess Ternata is going to get a bit of a penalty there. On happiness among peasantry. Oh boy, that's going to be expensive. But we're going to have to take the loan. I don't want to lose the stability, because right now it would be so expensive, the stability cost. Or should increase the stability back to the levels needed. How long until we can declare war on some of the natives again? Plawa, it's going to be 1627. So that's something that we're going to annex. There's also Karna that we're going to annex. Alright, it's probably going to be a bit trickier right now. Oh, there's the Diplotech. There we go. We're not ahead of time yet, but at least we're catching up slightly. Oh, there's another 2 cores done. And let's also get the ruler in charge of the main fleet here. Or the primary combat fleet. That should help a little bit. Oh, did we not actually send you to the... Okay, never mind. Once I send you down this way, we can go and raid Kilwa a little bit. A helping hand. So Micronesia gets unrest. Oh, we spend 300 ducats. I guess we'll also take the unrest in there. It's currently -5 anyway, so +2 is not going to cause issues. Right, so let's go ahead and sail out in here. I believe we can raid pretty much everything. Yeah, we can. Sail around to the south, then we'll go and quickly raid the coast of Natal, and then sail up north. Because we can repair along the coastline, we don't actually take too much attrition over here. We might take a tiny bit, but I'm not too concerned about that. There we go, the Portuguese are getting a bit of a hit there. Oh, they got some Kilwan separatists in there, excellent. That's going to cause them even more issues. So the funny thing is, every time that we move outside of the supply range, I guess we won't be repairing there. Oh, that's where the Portuguese have their army. 59,000 men. That's a decent army, I will say. It's a decent army. There we go, another 61 ducats, and then let's go and raid Mahe. There we go, and we can return back to Mauritius. So that's enough money to pay off another loan. And I think we shall do that. Just to reduce the interest rates a little bit. Smuggler struggling. Okay, the trade efficiency goes down, but again, as we just covered, that's not going to be a whole lot. I'll get another courthouse built. That's hopefully going to help a bit further. Oh, and that's another conversion done. Excellent. Oh, relations improved with Bundra. Okay. Oh, well, the admin 15 is going to give us the port margin. We won't necessarily be using that too much. Efficiency in the navy. Oh, more Diplo points and a whole lot of sailors. Not that we were having shortages of sailors, mind you, but I'll take it. Oh, there's a Karana peasant revolt. Okay. How's the... actually, I'm thinking maybe I should get the colony over here to close off Eora as soon as the previous one is done. In fact, what I could even do... Well, that's going to be done in a half a year, so we'll take that one back. We'll go and send it down here so we can stop the run from moving around. I think they might still be able to jump back into here because that's still their areas, technically speaking. But I would like to test that theory, actually. Oh, accommodation with... Oh, sure. Please. We'll be getting even higher growth there. Excellent. That means that we won't be paying the extra cost for too long. Be like maybe a month or two. And then we'll be done with that. Any more raiding that we could do in the meanwhile, other than New Zealand? Oh, there's a little bit in Malacca. Let's sell this out here. Do the raiding. That's 40 ducats. And go back into the island. Oh, there we go. There's the admin tech. Excellent. Soldier households. As well. So that's going to allow us to get more manpower. Which actually, the manpower pool has been increasing slightly. Oh, there we go. The truce with Palawan has ended. Is there still unrest in... There's some unrest in Australia, yes. Not too bad, though. Oh, and actually you are no longer allied to Eora. Well, that's fine by me. Get the troops over here. Ready for a bit of fighting. Actually, this is going to be the perfect time to test the theory about the Marines negating the... Oh, well, there we go. There's Katapang completed. We're going to go ahead and get the core over there hopefully soon. It's going to be actually, it's going to be more than 2 months. Well, no, it's just 2 months. Right, so if we were to do a quick little war against you, then... Karana would help you. So, is there going to be a river crossing penalty with the artillery in here or not? There probably is. Well, I didn't have time to check that, actually. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a small siege in here. 2 artillery, 2 infantry. That's gonna be enough to siege it down, plus I have a +2 on the siege. Then we'll go ahead and deal with... Okay, I suppose we're over here. We'll slow down a little bit so we can double check if it's gonna be the penalty in there or not. There isn't. Oh, hello. And we don't have maneuver ability, so Marines did negate that entirely. Okay, so Marines with artillery is actually pretty strong. Hopefully at least with quick landings and whatnot. Not actually entirely sure if it's going to be always as quick, but sure, we could go for a lot more Marines then, I guess. Although they do take more shock damage, that is something to keep in mind. There we go, we should be able to get these sieges done soon enough. And that's going to be another 2 provinces in Australia. Oh, let's get the core done. Governing capacity is still pretty high. We're still losing a bit of money as well, but I suppose we'll be getting some money from these peace deals that we'll be getting soon enough. Oh, Mewar has insulted us. Oh, Ayutthaya annexed Patani, so now they got a direct access all the way to here. Well, there we go, that's 1 siege done. I guess we'll send the... Oh, well, never mind. We'll gather up the troops. Go ahead and get a bit of troops in here. Get that one. There's going to be a coalition of Eora and Palawa. Well, potentially coalition of those 2. But that's hardly an issue. And then we'll wait for a day. Well, we'll wait for the diplomat to return, rather. I guess we could also start coring already that. I know there's even more governing capacity required for that, but that's alright. And we'll complete that. Take all the money. And there we go. So that's a whole lot more land in here for us. That's only 24, actually. 24 admin points for the other province to core that. And then we can get the... Actually, how long until the truce with Eora ends? That's later this year. So we'll just get the troops in here somewhere. That should be fine. Now, getting these provinces for ourselves still does reduce the rate that we get the admin tech. Well, I suppose it's not the end of the world. At least it is a bit more provinces that will then hopefully help us in the long run. Right now, though, not a whole lot. How's the raiding situation? Can we get any more? Oh, yeah, there we go. We can do a whole lot more raiding. Where's the privateer fleet over here? So let's do the raiding over there. Oh, but go to speed 3 for a moment so we can keep track of where we're going. We're going all the way around Borneo. 61 ducats. 43. 15. 8. 43. So we've got over 400 ducats, so we could actually even build a manufactory, maybe. No, we can't quite build a manufactory. And in fact, what we're going to do is we'll just pay off another loan. Just so that we can reduce the interest rates. Actually, yeah, we'll just pay that one. And that means that we can still build maybe a 1 courthouse. Or something, just to reduce, again, the upkeep that we have to pay. And if we can reduce the governing capacity spend a little bit, it's still increasing because we have conquered a lot of areas, but it's hopefully slightly less than what it could be. Oh, there's the areas over here that we could... Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's take the big fleet over here for a quick little trip up the Vietnamese coast. There we go, another 43 ducats. This is going to be probably our ticket to pay off our loans. Actually, I think we need to go around here. Oh, and we've converted another province. How many still... Yeah, there's still quite a list of provinces to convert. But we are converting them at a decent speed. And that already makes quite a difference. Oh, there we go. There's a truce. We'll go ahead and do the raiding trip first so that I don't forget this fleet out here somewhere. There we go. That's another 21 ducats. Another 46 ducats. Then we'll go ahead and raid down here in Luwu. We've got the army over here next to Luwu already. Oh, we lost a natural scientist. Okay, what do we have? Do we have a... Oh, yes, inflation reduction. That is a bit expensive, though. 11 ducats a month. That's more than what we can afford. Missionary strength is pretty decent as well, to be fair. So we'll take that one. There we go. That's another 65 ducats. I'll go ahead and get these two bunker for the time being. Now, let's go ahead and deal with the last remaining nation over here in Australia. Should be a fairly straightforward fight. And siege. Improvements in trade tech. I'd rather not take more inflation right now, so I'm just going to take the Diplo points, or 10 Diplo points right now. It's not a huge amount, but it still helps. And there we go, that's victory already there, and then we just need to siege down the province. Which is getting +5 from artillery, so that should be fairly straightforward. The progress over here, we are still losing a bit of money, partially because we're reinforcing the troops. That is covering most of the costs there. Not all of it though, but most of it. And how is the colony actually looking like over here? It's 80 per year increase, plus whatever the colonies brings in, which is on average 75, I guess, right now. So that's a decent speed, actually. I'm going on speed 4 right now. Oh, election. I mean, was the current ruler a good one? Actually, yes. We'll keep him. There we go. Now we get a bit more points, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with some more in tech. And the siege should be done very, very shortly. There we go. We'll go ahead and take their money and the province. It's another 65 ducats. And we can also... yeah, the coring isn't too expensive here right now. So we can go out and pay off another loan, I suppose. We'll pay off the smaller one. Well, we can't pay the big one right now anyway. So that should be... yeah, we're actually making a small profit now. Do a bit of rebel suppression down here in Australia to make sure that there's no... ugly surprises for the time being. And then we're going to start focusing on the situation up here. Now, any more raining that we could do? Actually, yes, there is. Loads of it. 88 ducats over there. We can get another 13 ducats over here. And the big fleet could go and visit the Strait of Johor once again. There we go. There's another 79 ducats. And then I suppose the fighting is going to be against Luwu. So we'll get our fleet over here somewhere. Let me just double check. So Luwu, well, technically speaking, it's against Borneo, or Brunei, sorry, who is allied with Luwu. So that's gonna. So they got what, 20,000 men? Yeah, they got. Oh, we got actually higher militech than they do. Oh, perfect. And what was it? 15,000? No, 19,000 men. And then Brunei's got 2,000. So that's basically nothing comparatively. Brunei's got militech 16 as well, same as us. I might vassalize Luwu. Just to save up on some of the admin points. If we can. I'm not actually entirely sure. Let's have a look at the war score course. It's 136, so I don't think we can. I suppose one of the options... oh, yeah, that's... some of these are fairly high development. Yeah, they just got a fairly high development overall in here. Bandra, you were right. You got some allies there. Bali, Lu, and Barao. So Barao, you are allied to several nations. But... yeah, we won't have to worry about you directly yet. And then Langfang, you got some strong-ish allies. Is Indrapura... oh, they're allies with Delhi. And traded with Kedah. So Kedah is over there and Delhi is down here. And Delhi is allied to a whole lot of nations, so that's not going to be an option right now. Yeah, I suppose we'll get the leader down here at least to do the fighting with or for us. And then we did complete the colonization over here, so we could potentially get more troops down here for the Brunei side of things. At least for the time being. Oh yeah, because that's a level 5 fort. We're going to need more than that just to siege it down. Oh, government reform. Let's have a look. What do we have? I know that I checked these options before. Rule through loot. Can raise provinces. Dynastic rule, as the consuls and all the citizenry, more morale of armies, or landholders. I think I'm going to go with the citizenry. Plus 10% morale of army seems like a good idea. So we'll go with that. So how is our army looking like right now? We've got almost 5.4 morale. So that's a decent increase in there overall, I suppose. Wait, so what was the province? Oh, right, no. They were producing the stuff already. It's cow or livestock over there. Okay, sure. Hey. Oh, wait, no, Malacca Emperor's global trade. Okay. Never mind. So they got their fleet up here. Do they have all the troops? Oh, yeah, they got the troops there. They don't even have a leader. But that is a level 5-4. But I suppose with the help of the... actually, we can park these in here as well. With the help of the fleet, we should be able to siege that down relatively quickly. This fleet in particular. So let's go ahead and declare the war on Brunei. Well, since they are oh, right, yeah, Transoxiana, because they're Defender of Faith. But they won't really be able to get to me, I don't think. So I'm not too concerned about that. Let's get that there. What we can just do is park down a few transports over here so they can't get past the Strait of Johor, even if they tried to. Because I don't think they have any... yeah, they don't have any ports, so they don't have fleets to break that. And we got our fleet blockading the only fleet in this war. Well, after we capture the main fleet over here, I suppose. Let's get the troops into Palopo. Hey, there we go. Captured 5 line ships, actually. That's perfect. We'll probably use those... Well, first of all, we'll send them balising or something. We'll use them to start raiding somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where exactly... Oh, there's hills. I don't actually want to attack them there, necessarily. They've got a decent leader. There would be hills that have the defensive terrain there. Well, we can blockade them for now. We can fight off the enemies over here, which that is going to be a victory, no doubt, although with a bit of penalties, but I suspect that's still going to be fine. We can go ahead and send in the... Actually, we'll send the Marines down this way. Less likelihood of a river crossing penalty. And that should be a stack wipe, I hope. As soon as we actually get there. Taking some damage, but there we go, that's a sack wipe. Actually, what I could do now, so I'm going to go and bring the bricks in here. I think we got the privateer fleet mostly in here often enough, right? Actually, what I can do is I can park these while they repair at the Strait of Johor. And then we can use the... Oh, right, there's the uprising. Let's go and deal with that. We can set the army over there, I suppose, for the rebel suppression duties. And then we'll go ahead and get this one into Sulawesi, so we'll have the extra 5,000 men there. Admittedly, it's going to be Marines, so not the best, but it'll do. There's no river crossing in between, mind you, but again, there's still more troops. Ooh. Diplomatic insult of Waitaha, or we could try to ease the tension. I'm going to try to ease the tensions briefly. Oh, well, there we go. That's another conversion done. That's the uprising over here sorted out, so let's go ahead and set these back to the rebel suppression duty. There we go. There's still going to be some unrest, but that should be more manageable. As soon as the reinforcements arrive in here, we can start moving in. Yeah, there we go. Now they're moving away. Yeah, you better run. Yeah, they're just stepping away. They're not going too far away. That's a coastline, though. So once we won this siege, unless they go around us, which they might. Now, let's start with the naval barrage. So that gets us to minus 14%. We get +3 from the siege. Oh, my goodness. Or from the blockade, rather. I suppose we get one from the naval ideas. There was also another one from the idea, or the policy. And then there's +1 from the flagship. So, yeah, that's... it's basically a +5 for the siege. From having that fleet in there. And doing the... Well, I suppose the naval barrage also helps. But yeah, +5 from just that. +3 from the barrage. So that's +8. For siege progress, so we can siege down coastal fortifications fairly quickly. It's already 14% actually in here. We're already been sieging for like 3 months thus far. Dissemination of coffee plant. Price of coffee goes down. Alright then. And loan offer. No. I know we're losing a bit of money, but I'm not too concerned about this. Not right now anyway. Is there more? Oh yeah, there is actually a bit more raiding that we could do. I guess we'll go ahead and do a quick raid over here. 143. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's going to allow us to keep going. We could actually pay off the remaining loan, but that would leave us with a fairly small amount of money. So, unless that one... Well, that'd be 12 ducats. Yeah, that's probably not enough. But we will be sieging down Lubu a bit further. Actually, let's... Oh, right, Druzar. Or Drungar. Okay. That's probably... a vassal of Transoxiana. So, Saluwu, I want from you... I don't suppose I can vassalize you. No, it would be way too expensive. I could turn it into a tributary, I suppose. That would be quite a bit of Diplo points cost there. But honestly, getting the tributary might not be the worst. Of course, there would be... Oh yeah, that's way too much. What about if I go for your capital there? I wonder if I... Okay, that would be... Yeah, potential coalition. Not too bad, though. There's only 3 people, actually. And one of them we'd have a truce with. So if we were to take those 2, and then some money, we'd have to basically siege them down completely, though. For that to be a possibility, but I think we can manage that, because the siege is nearly done. Well, maybe not that close to done yet. Ooh, expansion of the trade factory. Ordinary traders active in our lands have approached the local authorities in the wall now, asking to be allowed to expand an existing factory, thereby building a port and being permitted to collect taxes from... Oh, so what does that actually mean? They're going to claim a wall now? Global trade, and top end gets a bit more support over there, okay. So we'd lose some prestige for 59 ducats. You know what, Portuguese have been a bit of enemies of ours, so we cannot allow this. I know that the money would be nice and all that, but honestly, prestige and roleplay. Okay, water shortage. We can still get 2 more pips in here for the siege, so that should be alright. Oh, canoeing. Yeah, ship durability for, what, 10 years? Yeah, I'll take it. There we go. That's the siege done. Let's go and fight them off in the coastline here, so they won't have the defensive bonus. And we sank pretty much their... Well, we sank their entire fleet there. But they still at least had around in their capital there. Capture 3 of the galleys. That's nice. And the battle has started. We got higher morale. They got slightly higher discipline. I suppose we've got the same tech, more or less. So this is with the numbers advantage. Oh yeah, we had the same amount of artillery in there, but we've got more troops overall. I'm gonna increase the trade power in Moluccas right now, because we're transferring that trade power further south. Go and send this one down to chase after that army. I guess we'll go over here first, while the Marines siege down the coastline. There we go, and then we can bring this one along with us again. That's another transport sank. I'm gonna pay the loan. We're losing still some money. Is there anything that we could do to... Well, I suppose there's probably going to be some raiding. So, oh yeah, there's a load of raiding that we could do. Question is, do you have fleet nearby to actually do that raiding with? I mean, we could always just, for example, take the heavy ship from here. Quickly go do some raiding. So that we don't run out of money. Now we've got already 75 ducats. We've got a... Oh, 118. That's another 12 ducats. And then we can raid a few more provinces down here. Oh, there we go. That's another enemy sorted out. Let's go and... I think we're just going to march into the port over there. Defeat them in there before they can recover fully. Well, that's another core done. Excellent. Now, how close are we getting the Diplo and admin techs? Diplo tech not too far off. Although, actually, how much do we still need? 1900 ducats for the global trade. I mean, it is at least spreading. It is at least spreading, but it's not spreading that quickly. How far is it on our capital? Oh, it's only 10%. Yeah, we're getting only a tiny bit in there. We've got printing press at least, so that does help. But that's about it. Right, so in Sulawesi, we should be able to... Oh, okay, well, if you're moving down that way... Wait, are these... Okay. Well, if that's faster... You can try to run, but I don't think you will manage to do that. I don't need to take a loan, thank you very much. There we go. We'll leave the Marines back here, and we'll send the army over here. We can actually... Probably... Oh, wait, no, the flagship is elsewhere. Still doing some tax collecting in here. I guess we can actually do a bit more... The tax collection, so to speak, up here as well. Oh, well, there we go. That's the Luwu's army destroyed. Oh, I forgot, they still got that as well, don't they? I don't suppose we can do the naval barrage over here yet. Oh, no, we could actually. Oh, there we go. That's a bit of help. Oh, they're sending out a fleet. Oh, no. Oh, we could just send it in the galleys over here. Oh, wait, no, they got pushed out because of the... Yeah, because of the siege. Let's go and siege down the other province. Are seeking allegiance. Oh, I'll take more privateer efficiency. I like that. So Luwu is... yeah, they're not looking too good right now. I suppose we still need to siege down the fort at least. down here before they'll be forced out of the war. Where did we send in the... Right, the capital ships are over here. All the heavy ships. Let's go ahead and do a bit more raiding along here. And then turn around. Bring them back down this way. Soon enough the galleys can be... Oh, right, we've got another light ship, actually. I'm going to send that to help blockade the Strait... Well, we're keeping the Strait of Johor blockaded for the enemy in case the Transoxiana's troops somehow make it down this way. Oh. Speak of the devil, we've got another frigate in here. No, I'm not going to take any loans. I suppose one of the things that I could do is I can actually get the Marines from here soon enough. Actually, yeah, we can now get the galleys in general out of there. And we've got the heavy fleet. Yeah, it's already sitting in here, so that's now pretty good siege. So we'll get the transports out of there, get the Marines to land into the last remaining province that is not being sieged down from, well, from Luwu in particular. So we've already got 35% chance of winning the siege here. But they should be fairly quick sieging down. Of course, the rest of the war is going to take a little bit longer with the inland siege there. I suppose once we've won the siege in here, we can then just transfer the troops over and take over that siege. And that should be alright, I hope. Oh, there we go. That's the siege done. And that's another light ship captured. And that went with the galleys. And we're just going to send that in here with the rest of them. So we'll have a decent fleet already, actually. I'm going to go and get the transports over here. Oh, there we go. Victory at Makassar. And switch these over to Makassar. We can take the main army from here now. Get that to Brunei. How is our colony looking like right now? 850. So that's nearly done. The question is then, do I complete these two? I mean, no, neither one of those is a particularly good resource. So I might want to just go out and colonize a bit further down here in Sulawesi at least. To complete more of this. I mean, maybe just get this one, for example, colonizing. Because we'll be taking these two provinces, so we'll have a continuous area at least in here. That might not be a terrible idea. Now, the troops should be arriving here shortly. Oh, we lost the commandant. Alright then, who else could we get in here? Royal of Armies? I mean, I guess that's fine. We'll take it. We rule the waves. Yes, we do indeed. I believe we've got the largest navy in the world. You know, the Ottomans actually beat us right now. But I'm pretty sure that if the Ottomans were to send their fleet down this way, we would sink it. That's most of their fleet is probably in the Mediterranean. There we go. Now we've got the troops in here. Let's get these in to do the siege. And then Luwu. I suppose we'll siege you down fully, so yeah, you'll just take that one. A bit of money, not a whole lot, but it's still better than nothing. We'll move the troops there. And we can get... Oh, these cores are going to be bloody expensive, though. I'm going to wait until we get the Admin 16 before we do that, just to unlock the mills. We could also... Actually, we could keep this army still here, just to make sure that we got the extra artillery there. Yeah, we need 6 to get the +2 in there. The siege is now ongoing, and we will eventually just take that one and take the money for 10 ducats, which is not a whole lot, and then we'll be victorious. Presumably, it might take a little bit longer than that. I suppose we can also combine the main fleet again in here. We can take that light ship to Strait of Johor, and then actually, we might take these ships. First of all, I'm gonna... Oh, wait, no, we can't combine to that. Right, so we'll just go take the 10 ships, or, well, 9 ships right now. We'll turn that into 10 ships. And then what we'll do with that is we'll send those to raid in Kilwa. So we can start taking a bit more of the money in here. That is sort of flowing through... I suppose we could actually go directly to Cape of Good Hope. Because there's a lot of trade flowing through there. We might want to tap into that. There's also quite a bit of money transferred from Zanzibar down south. So actually that's 31 ducats in here. So yeah, getting the privateers in here might not be a bad idea. I do actually want the Cape of Good Hope though. Yeah, there's no one hunting pirates there. So that might be more profitable right now. But Zanzibar is going to allow us to then raid the coastlines a bit easier. So that's going to be good. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.